The year's 2013, and hot off the heels of Mermaid the Body Found, Discovery Channel decided to create a fake Shark Week documentary called Voodoo Sharks. Unlike Mermaid the Body Found, though, Voodoo Sharks actually takes us along with the team in a Monster Quest style show. And I have to say, this documentary or mockumentary, whatever you want to call it, is awful. Like, Mermaid the Body Found and Cannibal in the Jungle were at least entertaining, but Voodoo Sharks was literally 45 minutes of an incoherent mess, and I can almost feel the director's pain through the TV. You know it killed him on the inside that he had to make this piece of garbage. Okay, so I guess I should go over the plot of Voodoo Sharks. Before jumping into the plot, though, it should be noted that a voodoo shark are referred to as rukin. So that's like some random term that they made up. So if I use the term rukin, you know I'm referring to the voodoo sharks. So there are two teams setting off to find the rukin. One team being a group of what I would like to call true Cajun men. And they're led by an incredibly obese man whose name, and I'm not making this up, is Captain Blimp. Come on, Discovery. You could be a little more subtle than that. Throughout the special, you watch Captain Blimp make incredibly stupid decisions, all in the name of finding this mythical shark he's been waiting his whole life to find. Captain Blimp is joined by his nephew, Nathan, who is the stereotypical kid who dips and drinks Mountain Dew in the back of the classroom, and another relative named Darnold, who is, and I'm not making this up, a self-proclaimed expert on voodoo and has been searching for the Rukin his whole life. My God, thank God this isn't real, because that's absolutely pathetic. Anyway, while these idiots were haphazardly throwing chum into the water, there was also a fake research team by someone by the name of Dr. Jonathan Davis, a shark researcher from the University of New Orleans. Basically, the whole time they fish for sharks and they tag them and give scientific facts to try to trick the viewers into believing that the redneck stuff is real. What's interesting, though, is that in my research, there's actually a Jonathan Davis who's the guy from the documentary who's a PhD student at the University of New Orleans. But this documentary has already been proven to be fake, so I honestly have no idea what to believe, but from what it looks like, what they're doing is real. They're tagging sharks that seem to be in freshwater areas. But Dr. Davis is honestly very boring, so that's the last time I'm going to mention him, because him and his team are only there for about 20% of the documentary, and it's just tagging sharks, so who cares? Okay, back to Captain Blimp. So, Captain Blimp gets in a cage with a bunch of sharks and starts to panic because he sees a big shark. And is this the voodoo shark? Of course not, you idiot. It's only 10 minutes in. And using clever camera work, they made an average-sized tiger shark look like a giant 40-foot shark. Good job, Discovery. From there, the Cajuns literally tail a shrimp boat. This is real. They tail a shrimp boat because they think that that's where the Rukin will be. This turns out exactly how you think tailing a shrimp boat would turn out, and they get between the net and the shrimp boat, and they crash into the poor shrimper's boat. Captain Blimp gets hurt when they crash into the boat, and they literally feed him cigarettes and alcohol while loosely covering up his exposed knee. Great medical care, guys. Their next strategy is to randomly go to ports and ask people about whether they saw the Rukin or not. And most people act like they're asking some naughty word from them. They're too scared to talk. This is apparently proof that the Rukin exists. After some asking around, there's this hog hunter who tells them about how the Rukin apparently hit his boat and stole his hunt. So they decide to go in the middle of the swamp at night to find the Rukin. Captain Blimp's nephew, Nathan, is the one who goes into the cage this time, and the water is extremely murky, so you can't see anything. Convenient, right? Anyway, Nathan goes into the cage, which for some reason they never drop into the water. Like, you can literally see Nathan's head when he's looking for the shark. So the fuckhead Nathan decides that it would be funny if he pretended that he would get eaten by the shark, which brings us to a commercial break, of course. Nathan then pops out of the water and starts laughing that he got them. And when asked if there were any sharks, he was just like, nah, but there are a ton of alligators, though. Well, I hope that was worth risking your life for the joke, Nathan. Good job. Obviously, this was staged, but still, if this was in real life, like, what the heck? Eventually, you see the Cajun team back at the campfire telling a story about some pirate who had their ship eaten by the Voodoo Shark. Their campsite looks like just a random patch of grass that they wanted to film on, but it's at nighttime, so it has to be a scary ghost story, right? Ooh. Whatever, so it becomes daytime, and the team eventually decides to throw a freaking hog in the water as bait, and then that is the way to attract a bull shark so that they can then track the bull shark, put a tracker on it, which would lead them to the Rukin's lair, and eventually they get a bull shark to bite, and they track it for 7 miles and until for some reason they lose the signal, which they can explain that the shark went under the water, which no shit, isn't that what sharks do? After some time searching for the shark, for the signal, they don't find the shark. But wait, there's more. After some searching, they find the tail of the shark that they were supposedly tracking, implying the Voodoo Shark knew that they were tracking it and they killed it. So this is where the documentary ends, implying that the Voodoo Shark is still at large, raining terror throughout the Mississippi River. Wow. So what's the moral of the story? Frankly, there isn't one. This is just a really, really weird story that they added on Shark Week, and it's kind of sad that they now discredited Shark Week through it. But that show is bad, and it just shows the quality of Discovery Channel, History Channel, Animal Planet. Basically anything Discovery owns has gone down for years. But whatever, it's better than Season 8 of Game of Thrones. 3 out of 10, who cares? Thank you for watching. Remember to like and subscribe if you want more content about weird shows that I've seen on Discovery, History, and Animal Planet. Thank you for your time and have a great day.